In all the years of us doing this, and it is 3 years of us doing this wonderful show, there is one guest that we have had on that we always refer to as like the guy with the stories that just fucking kill. I mean, his stories, I've listened to his episode more times than I can count. When I have to show people our show for the first time, usually I go, oh, listen to the Joey Fatone episode or listen to the Bruce Vilanch episode because they're so revealing and so funny and there's so many stories. And so, yes, 6-time Emmy winner Bruce Vilanch was on the show. He helped me celebrate my 40th birthday. I turned 40 on stage, sitting next to Bruce Vilanch and sitting next to three of my best friends. I mean, I got to sit next to
two of your best friends and me.
Yeah, right. Mike Black, Matt Walker, and Mike Glazer. And we had such a fun night. Yeah. And I believe there's a little tag on the end of this where you'll get to hear what physically happened to me after I turned 40. We'll put that in as a little bonus for you guys. Thanks again for tuning in and listening, and just enjoy. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy Bruce Vilanch.
All right, here we go. Are you ready for the last guest?
Oh, you better be. Our final guest of this evening is a writer and performer that has won 6 Emmys and has been nominated for 6 more. If you have ever watched the Oscars, the Emmys, the Tonys, or a Bette Midler movie, you have heard this man's work. You might know him as the center square on Hollywood Squares, but we just know him as Bruce. Please welcome to the stage the sexiest man ever to wear a t-shirt, Bruce Vilanch!
Yeah! 6 fucking Emmy Awards! Get up, you sons of bitches!
First of all, 2 fat bald guys shouldn't sit next to each other.
That's an old vaudeville rule, isn't it?
The Olsen twins.
Better that than me in between.
Looks like my dick pics at home, actually. And then a ginger you have just to balance you out.
Just to polish it off at the end.
That's it. It's really your birthday?
We used to call it the ginger sandwich.
I'm turning...
in 20 minutes.
I'm turning 40 years old in 20 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
well,
Jesus.
Get ready.
Here's how I know, Bruce.
It's patch from here on out. Get ready.
Here's how I know that I'm 40 is recently a porn star reached out to me after I was on the radio. And she asked me if I could help her, if I could talk to her for a moment. It was very important that she talked to me. And so I said, sure. I said, what's going on? And so she goes, I just need some career help. And I was hoping we could get together and maybe there's something I could do to get you to possibly help me with my career. And I said, have you tried LinkedIn? That's 40, I think. Yeah, you're just 40, like, I'm good. Right. I'm good. Just enjoy LinkedIn.
Right, exactly.
And get an AOL account. Okay, when you came to do our show, you did our podcast. You were like the 15th episode of
Something
our
like
show.
That, pretty early on.
It was upstairs, like in the living room.
Yeah, it was
very
upstairs.
casual. There were none of these people eating nachos. Right. Or not the only one eating nachos.
What was so crazy though is that at that point you really set the bar when you came and did the show because you're such a funny person, but your career again is just fucking insane. It's an insane career, man.
It's kind of ridiculous.
You have 6 Emmy Awards.
Yeah.
And you've written on the Oscars, the Emmys, the Tonys.
I'm the EGOT writer. I've done
the EGOT writer.
I've written all 4 of them.
What's the other one? What's the other one you've written?
The Grammys.
The Grammys.
I wrote the Grammys about a dozen times, and which is very difficult to write because the audience is it's a lot of R&B people and their Jewish managers. Right. And so they don't get anything. They don't get any jokes, and the Jews won't laugh. And we laugh at ourselves, but not in a group. So
Yeah, right.
it's not as bad as the ESPYs. I've written those. Those are athletes. And they're Jewish managers. Yeah. They're accountants. They all bring their accountants and they go, I'd like to thank Jesus and Morris Rosenstein. So they get nothing. I mean, you can't really do jokes. The Grammys, they kind of like, I don't know. They had Alicia Keys this year. So they've given up on trying to do any comedy on the show.
Right.
So that was when I stopped. I wrote it. Billy Crystal hosted it 4 times, and Chandling, and Rosie, and a lot of different people.
Oh, my God.
But they stopped that. But I've done all 4 of those epic things.
What was there? Did you also write on comic?
I did all the comic relief shows.
Oh, the comic relief shows. Those were huge, man.
Thank you.
And they
were great.
They changed the world in a lot of ways too. I mean, those were incredible.
I mean, that's like what it's about. That's actually one of the things I love about show business, which is, of course, the ninth circle of hell. I mean, but the nice thing about it is that if you have half a brain, you use what you've been given to make other people not only laugh, but to make their situation better. And Comic Relief was a perfect example of that. It was all these comics who were here every night. And this was back in the 80s when Ronald Reagan, who was a B movie star at Warner Brothers, who became governor of California and then president, when Ronald Reagan cut welfare programs, and as a result, there was the beginning of the homeless invasion of the streets. This is really heavy, but it's the truth. Yeah. And the comics got together and said, the government isn't going to take care of these people, so we have to do something. And that was what Comic Relief literally meant. It was raising money so that people didn't have to sleep in refrigerator boxes.
Oh my God.
And anyway, so, well, thanks. But, it was we did 12 years of it, and it sort of ended basically when Obama came in. It kind of ended because not that the homeless situation had gone away, but people had so many other things they wanted to give their money to. Yeah. They were tired of giving money to this, and it was the last one we did was actually for Katrina. It was in New Orleans when, because again, there was, Barbara Bush going, well, this is working out well for them. They're sleeping on cots in the Superdome. That's okay. So that was the last one that we actually did. And good night, folks. Just right here doing fart jokes for you.
Trying to fundraise.
I just look like Amy Schumer. That's
right.
I don't do her ass.
Oh my God.
And the more pregnant she got, the more I look like her.
Oh my God.
In her book, Amy Schumer says, you want to know what I look like in the morning? I look like Bruce Vilanch in the morning. That's in her book.
Oh my God.
Said, if you don't know who that is, Google barn owl, picture it with red glasses. That's what it looks like.
That's so funny.
Oh
my God, that's so amazing.
But I love her. We're friends. It's okay. It's all good. She had a baby. It's wonderful.
Of the Oscars, Emmys, of those award shows, which is your favorite to write on?
Oh, I think the Oscars is the most fun because people who don't go to the movies watch the Oscars. Yeah. People who don't watch TV watch the Oscars. I mean, it's like a Super Bowl. I mean, I don't watch football. I watch the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, right.
I mean, I eat during the game, and then I watch the commercials, and then because they wear too much clothing in football, I don't care. I mean, very gay. Tom Brady is hot. He's got Giselle. But he wears too much clothing. Give me tennis. Give me tennis where you got Andy Murray bending over in front of you in shorts. That's my idea of a sport.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
I know what I like.
Give him tennis, for God's sake.
That's right. So, but I'll watch the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is an event. You never know. You may see a nipple. Yeah. It's been so long. So.
Has there ever been a joke? Has there ever been a joke for the Oscars that you've written that they would not let you do?
Oh, we've had
or that got rejected like last minute, anything like that?
We've had a lot of them that we had to kind of fight for, and a lot that they just wouldn't let. I mean, but it's been a while. I mean, back when I started writing the show, it was. Standards were different because it was before HBO, it was before Netflix, and so now they have to kind of they have to equal that. They have to be as free. But the one that I remember, and I have to kind of do the backstory. You may remember this, but it was one that we got through. It was Billy Crystal was hosting the show, and it was the year of An American Tale, which was about Fievel the Mouse, who comes from Europe, animated, and sings Somewhere Out.
Of course, yeah.
All right, let's go there. So that was the year Richard Gere was on the show.
Yeah.
There had been a rumor about Richard Gere involving a gerbil.
Yeah.
Right. And so the joke we had was Richard Gere was going to present tonight with Fievel, but Fievel backed out. And we fought, and we were watching. Richard was in the audience, and I'm backstage with Billy, and we're watching the thing on the monitors, and you can see all of the cameras. There are 14 cameras working the floor, and of course, the thing is, if you ever get to the Oscars and you sit there and you're not nominated, and the camera guy comes up the aisle at you. And you're not nominated, you know there's going to be a joke about you.
Yeah.
Right.
Or something, because they're setting up the reaction shot. So this guy creeps up the aisle in front of Richard and goes on his knees, and he's like, and we're looking at Richard, and Richard is like completely pale. I mean, all color has drained because he's not nominated. He knows there's going to be a Richard Gere joke.
Oh, no.
And he has an idea of what it will be in the general ballpark. And so Billy says, look at Richard, he's going to have a stroke. I can't do this joke. And so we cut the joke, and it never got out. But you heard it tonight.
Yeah,
so
come on!
It lives.
All right, here's one of my favorites. Aside from you working on all these wonderful award shows, you also worked on something near and dear to my heart, the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I am the one. There were more than just me, but yes.
It was you and a few other people. I'd like to show a clip from the Star Wars Holiday Special, and we can talk throughout it because it won't make a lot of sense to people that have never seen it before.
And George Lucas may rush in right now. And,
he may just rush in
with a laser thing.
Yeah, just stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah. Stop playing it. All right, play it.
Just one more round, friend.
Yeah.
Then homeward bound.
That is B. Arthur.
That's me. She runs the cantina on Tatooine.
B. Arthur is the bartender on Tatooine, singing a song.
All of the monsters. I don't know if you see my favorite. If my favorite made the cut.
All right, okay.
My favorite was it was like a huge vagina on a head. We called him Cuntface, and he was. He had been cut from the first one, and George had not yet made The Empire Strikes Back and was deciding whether he would put Cunt. Because George, if you ever look at the Star Wars, George has a thing with vajayjay. There's that big red one in the desert that swallows up Jabba the Hutt.
Yes.
There are a whole bunch of vaginas in every one of those movies. He's got some kind of vaginal imagery, he had an alien who was just a huge vagina on a head, and so my goal was to get Cuntface in the thing with B, because these heads. I mean, they're like at the Pluto at Disneyland. If it gets hot, they pass out because it's like a Dutch oven. So as we were shooting the thing, one by one, these aliens would do face plants. They were going down, and every time one of them went down, I would go, Cuntface. I would move him over, and then finally, after the 14th take, he was sitting on B's shoulder. It was almost like a two-shot with B. Arthur and Cuntface, and we shot one like that, and then at the end of the number, she finished this big number with a big gesture. She went, I will die, and she smacked him. And it was too much, and he went over, and boom. And B just kind of looked at him. She had never noticed him before. And she looked at him and she said, I've never hit a man in the cunt before. And there was a long pause, and then the director said, cut. And we decided whether we could get away with that, but that was not, so we had to reshoot the whole thing.
Oh my God.
I was thinking maybe, I hadn't seen it. I thought maybe he showed up in the background.
I love that one. The other one that I love that you worked on is the Paul Lynde Halloween special.
Yes.
And this is. We can play a little clip if you want to.
Do you want to know who Paul Lynde was?
You guys know Paul Lynde?
Because he's been gone for if he knew we were talking about him, he would go, "Oh, for Christ's sake, why?" He was on Hollywood Squares, the first version. I was on the third version.
And he was the father in Bye Bye Birdie.
He was.
And I mean, the guy
He was on
he was on
Arthur, on
Bewitched.
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 Dr. Bombay.
He was a guy who was he would come in and he would just do one line and it would be hysterical. And he would go, and then he would disappear.
I love it so much.
He was pretty great on one.
Let's just show a little clip because it's what's great is you guys have to listen to the full podcast with Bruce because we got to really kind of dive into this whole show, which is amazing. Who some of the people you worked with? Just play the clip.
How about a little chamber music?
A little chamber music.
That's
that would
Margaret
be nice.
Hamilton, the Wicked Witch
Where
of
are
the
the
West, and the
musicians?
Wizard of Oz.
Locked up in a little chamber. But I can summon them. Oh, they make such very soothing,
Witchy
quiet
Poo
dinner
from
music.
H.R. Pufnstuf.
You love them. We call them
Billy
Kiss.
Oh, not unless you brush your fangs.
Okay, boys, play something a little peaceful for Mr. Lynn.
This was their television debut. They'd never been on network TV. It was a Halloween.
I love it. You got So here's the story. I would love you to tell. You got to tell them about Paul Lynde finding out that Kiss was going to be on the show. Would you?
Well,
tell
he
them
had no idea who they were. And but the day they showed up, they came with the head of their fan club, who was Ringo Starr's son. So the fact that Ringo was old enough to have a son who was old enough to be the head, that pulverized all of us. And I'm not sure if it's the same story, but when they came out and he just kind of said, "Well, who are they?" And I said, "Well, they're just the biggest, they're the biggest band." And he was just watching them. And Gene Simmons, who was the lead singer, started doing, he had, and Paul was watching him, and Paul said, "Look at the tongue on that." He had a private moment. Which apparently Gene Simmons specialized in. Later on, he would say, "Yeah, they all fall in love with me when they see my tongue." Did I tell a different story? Another story?
No, that's the story. I love that story.
It's not like
the other one that I love.
Like I grab the Uber driver every day and say, "Let me tell you about Kiss."
One of the ones I love about the Paul Lynde special is that Paul had just watched LeVar Burton.
Oh yeah, he had watched Roots was this huge show. It was a week-long show. It was about slaves who came over from Africa, and LeVar Burton was his big break. He played Kunta Kinte, who was the principal character, and we were shooting this Halloween special out at ABC in the old Prospect and Talmadge studio. We all went outside to smoke because it was the 70s, and smoking was the least of the things we did, and that we could do in broad daylight. Everything else we had to do in some hidden closet somewhere. Right. So we were outside smoking, and of course, with Margaret Hamilton, the Wicked Witch of the West, in the green makeup, with the Marlboro. Because she was one of the boys, Margaret, and Witchy Poo, also one of the boys. So and we were all standing there smoking, and LeVar Burton comes by, and of course he was the biggest thing at the moment because he had just done this huge TV thing, and Paul just looked at him and couldn't remember his name, and LeVar Burton looked at him and realized, oh my God, it's Paul Lynde, dressed as a witch, but it's Paul Lynde, and Paul just looked at him and said, "Roots." And I said, he's going to think that's a curse.
I love it so much.
Matt, you and me are both stand-up comedians, and I know we both say a lot of things that are very offensive on a regular basis. Do you ever have trouble sleeping at night?
Yeah, not because of things I say, though. It's just because I have lousy pillows.
Oh, okay. So you don't have like a horrible feeling of guilt sometimes for the
Never.
awful things. Oh, well, that's nice.
Never. I'm proud of the horrible things that I say to people.
That's good. That's a good way to be. Sometimes I do have trouble sleeping, or I did have trouble sleeping until I got this brand new pillow.
What kind of pillow?
I mean, this is next level stuff, Matt. This is a pillow. You've never seen a pillow like this because until recently it did not exist. It's called the buttress pillow. And it is shaped like a butt, and it has little legs, and you're not going to believe this. You got to go check it out. Thebuttresspillow.com.
So it's like your face rests on a butt.
Your face is pressed into a butt crack while the legs support your neck and shoulders, basically. It
sounds comfortable.
It is very comfortable. It's ergonomic. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Ergonomic, functional, all natural, and it's absolutely beautiful. Check this out. This is from their website. Soft but supportive, with the feeling of a butt. All right, and the sweet spot is between the thighs and the cheeks, which will gently cradle your head and support your neck. Great for side sleepers, back sleepers, and stomach sleepers. It's squeezable, slappable, face variable, relieves stress, from having a long, horrible day. What do you want to do at the end of a long day?
Put your head in a butt.
That is 100% right.
Well,
you can dress it up, you can dress it down. You want to throw some PJs on it?
You convinced me, so where do I go get one of these?
You go to thebuttresspillow.com, thebuttresspillow.com. That's THEBUTTRESS pillow.com. Go to thebuttresspillow.com, Matt, and get your sleep on. You'll have much better dreams. All right, let's get back to the show.
So let's grab some questions real quick from our audience. Any questions for Bruce Vilanch? Any questions, guys? Throw them up.
Oh, I got one right over here.
Here we
One
go.
moment.
Here we go.
Excuse me.
Coming down over my shoulder.
Excuse me.
Hi, Bruce. Oh, the mic's not on. Hi, Bruce.
Hi.
How much do you pay for your
Just
glasses?
us. What?
How much do you pay for your glasses?
How much do I pay? Whatever the price. I'll tell you these. What? The where?
What the fuck is happening over there?
I have to give.
I'll take responsibility for that.
Shout out. There's a place in the valley called Old Focals.
Old folk.
Old Focals.
Okay.
And Burbank, and they find patterns. They find glasses that were made that were like props in old movies, and they make up modern versions of them. And this is like, there was a silent comedy named Harold Lloyd, who Witchy Pooh had perfect 20/20 vision because she was a witch. You know what I'm saying? Are we related? Wait a minute.
It seems possible.
We have Schwarzkopf 23. Is that your color? Because
there's a question right here.
All right, we got another one. We got another question over here.
I'm surrounded by them, so maybe we can go through them real
Surrounded
quick.
by questions. Take one there.
While you're working on the Oscars, did you have a favorite host do you like to work with?
I did like everybody, but almost everybody. But and they're all friends of mine, so it's hard. But Steve Martin was probably my favorite because he's such an oddball. I mean, he is just genuinely, and his take is just so strange on things. And he's a real movie star. So at the time he was doing the thing, it wasn't so much inside jokes, but it was his whole observational style was just so unusual that I loved working with him because it was always a surprise.
Right here?
Yep.
I don't mean to bring it back to back in the day, but we were in line once at Chinese Theater, and I asked you, my name's Colin, I'm new here to LA, and did you write the Oscars? And you were with this guy named Ken, and you're like, yes, I wrote that. Yes. And then I started talking to you guys, and you're very nice to me, and I said, well, I'd like to get into art direction. And I handed my card to your buddy Ken, and Ken's like, okay, great. I didn't think anything about it, but then a month later, Ken called me up and said, I'm working with Roger Corman's doing this little film. Would you want maybe help? And I came out, and I got my first job, and I've been here ever since. I've done pretty well. But thank you so much for being such an amazing person.
Wow.
I owe my career to you. Thank you, sir.
All right.
I love it.
What movie did we see? That's what I.
All right, let's take one.
Wait, you want to follow that?
Yeah, no, we're done. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an amazing thing having Bruce on the show. You're a wonderful, wonderful man. Thank you for gracing us and telling us all sorts of fun stories. One of my favorite things about you is your work in Hairspray on Broadway.
Thank you.
And I'm going to play a little clip as I take you off stage. So,
Oh my God.
ladies and gentlemen, guys, Bruce Vilanch, give it up. Thanks.
Stop my happiness, 'cause I like the way I am. And you just can't stop my I see a Christmas ham. And if you don't like the way I look, well, I just don't give a damn. But the world keeps spinning round and round. My heart's keeping time to the speed of sound. I've been lost in a heard those songs and I found my way, my way. You can't stop today.
Bruce Vilanch, let him hear it.
God, that was so fun. He's so funny, right?
He's the best.
He's so good.
I mean, okay, look, the 6 Emmys probably already prove it, but just talking to him, this is one of the funniest people to ever walk the earth.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy is just. I mean, they're not joking when they say every single thing Bette Midler has ever done. She hands the script over to him, and he rewrites her dialogue and makes it funny. That's just what he does. He is a funny person that is always making things better.
I can't even imagine the projects that he's worked on that he's not allowed to say that he's worked on.
There's so
because
many.
he's sort of been a ghostwriter for most of his career on these things where like they'll just give him a script and be like, fix this. And then he does.
Make it funny. Just make it better.
Yeah, and he does.
Yeah, he figures it out. I know, the guy's a genius.
Yeah.
All right, so I thought this would be fun. There was a little extra something that happened after the Bruce Vilanch episode, right after I turned 40 years old.
We surprised you, first of all.
Oh, my God. The greatest surprise. The greatest surprise. We have to play that. Let's play that so everyone can hear that.
Well, I just checked the time.
It's your birthday.
I'm 40.
It's your 40th and final birthday.
Oh, fuck you, you fucking bastard. I got. You know what? I got to bring up a special guest.
Wait. First, we have a.
We got presents.
Yeah, I got you a present.
Okay. Well,
because we do a true crime podcast together now, so I know you're into that stuff. So I got you something along those lines.
I hate true crime podcasts. I hate our true crime podcast. I can't even say it right. Just a note from John Wayne Gacy.
And then if you flip it over, you'll see what's actually there.
No. This is an authentic swatch of a shirt worn by John Wayne Gacy, who murdered 33 young men in the 1970s and was executed in 1994. Wow.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Matt. Mike, what did you get?
I got you this crocodile, this rubber crocodile.
Wow.
It was on the desk all day.
This is great.
That's awesome.
I didn't really know it was your birthday till I got here.
Thank you. So,
I got you this drunk couple, is what I got.
That's
what about you, Glazer? What'd you get?
Well, so
Jesus Christ.
Mike, your gift keeps on giving.
Glazer, what'd
you know how my birthday is March 28th, and today my family mailed me some presents, and so I haven't opened any yet, and I just grabbed one. And so I don't know what it is, but it's from my mom.
So it's weed, is what you're saying?
It's definitely weed.
It's going to be a bunch of pictures of Mike Glazer.
Oh, it's seasoned tuna. which I love. Thank
You love it. Well,
so
shout out
much.
to Wendy Glazer.
I'll eat it while I admire my John Wayne Gacy.
And now,
Your mom really spoils you, Mike.
now you don't know this, but a couple people who were not here wanted to wish you a happy birthday, so we have a video if you want to go ahead and play that.
Glickman, it's your birthday! Happy birthday! I feel a lot of pressure to make this video funny because it's showing at the Improv. I have nothing funny to say, but I will say we've known each other for 11 years now, and you are still, to this day, one of my favorite people ever in the entire universe. I love you, and I hope you have the best birthday ever. Mwah. Bye!
How's it going, everybody? Danny Franzese here. I mean, what do you say about a guy who is as funny as he is handsome and just an all-around nice guy and makes being a big guy look like $1 million on the red carpet? But enough about me. We're here to say happy birthday, Steven Glickman. You're incredible. We all love you, buddy. Mwah.
I guess we don't have the sound on Josh.
Josh Sussman nailing it as per usual.
Great job, Josh.
Great job, Josh. He's really fucking nailing this one. He's such a talent, this guy.
It was really
this guy
funny
had a
what he was
threesome.
saying.
And then talked about it on our podcast.
Oh,
there we go.
I think the truth is, that thought may make some people sad, but I think as we get older, we're getting better and wiser.
Oh my God.
I love you, and I'm so happy to know you. Happy birthday. Mwah.
He just told us the cure for
Happy
AIDS.
birthday, Mr. Glickman. Is that good?
I had to pay him $15.
Stephen Kramer Glickman. Happy birthday, motherfucker. I wish I could be there.
Is that Post Malone?
3 or 4
Josh
years
Roush.
for the nighttime show. Nothing would go wrong. Not like with Matt there. We both know what I'm talking about. Anyway, happy birthday, motherfucker. I love you. I'll see you soon. I miss you. And I can't wait to show you my dick again.
I've seen his dick.
Happy birthday, Trooper Stephen Kramer
Oh,
Glickman.
shit. Casper Van
You
Dien.
know what to do. Kill them all. Hi from London. Miss you, brother. Hope you're having a good one.
Oh, wait. Your biggest fan, though.
Make it count, play it straight.
go fuck yourself.
Don't hesitate.
You
Well,
playing
we've
this.
got Steven. That's right. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you, Steven, who's born on March 17th. Wait, that's my birthday. Wait a second. We have the same birthday. Yeah, that's right. I found out. I've been paying attention. Yeah, bro. Pitcher Tony always pays attention, bro. Are we boss
fucking
friends?
tricked me into
Are we
making
boss
a cameo
friends
for
now?
myself.
Awesome, Steven. Hey, I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope it's incredible. I hope it's amazing. I hope it's the best damn birthday of all. Have a wonderful time, Steven. Keep on being awesome.
Matt Walker, everybody. That's Matt Walker for you.
Matthew Robottom and myself got that put together. So.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's bring
We got a cake?
My mom's bringing up a cake, everybody. Big applause for my mom. Help her up.
An elderly woman with a plate of fire. Here we go.
Happy birthday, dear Steven. Happy birthday to you.
You gotta blow it up.
Oh my God, Matt, that killed me.
And that's a lot of your oldest and closest friends from this business and people that we've known for years. And Ashley Ergoda is the one who led that off. We haven't seen her in a long time.
Matt, I had to get up and walk out of the room. Like I had to walk off my seat when you because I was like, oh my God, you got one of those videos. We've all seen these videos in movies and TV shows where they suddenly have like a bunch of their best friends or old friends like saying nice things about each other for your birthday. I was like, oh man, he actually did that.
you won't hear it, but the second to last clip was Donald Trump signing a proclamation wishing Stephen Glickman happy birthday, which is
was
funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And then you ended it by getting a cameo video of me
wishing happy birthday to somebody named Steven.
Wishing happy birthday to someone named Steven. And so you paid me to make a video for myself, which
basically,
is the fucking greatest joke ever. Like, I just absolutely
that's
loved it.
Matthew Rowbottom's idea was having you do the cameo.
Oh my God, you guys killed it. Subscribe to the Nighttime Show podcast. Always check it out. Thanks for listening to the show.